Alright, what's up, guys? Um, he asked for a few losses, so if I can manage to find some in my sea of wins over here, no, I'm just kidding. I can show those. So I feel like that one's not that great because I just lose to Three Musketeers. Um, let's see if we can find one that will be useful. So, not really, but we'll just, this guy got max commons. We'll do this one, just because I might have, this one was pretty close, I think. So, start off with the Ice Wizard in hand. We'll play that in the back. Normally, I don't struggle with Lava Hound decks too much. Um, I don't remember where I went wrong with this one, though. So he plays the Lava Hound. I don't have a good rush. This was kind of pointless. So like I said, the miner by itself um, isn't really effective. I mean, if you watch, his right tower's at 3346 health, and I don't even get 500 damage off from that. So for 3 elixir, I guess it's not too bad, but it limited my options. So his push doesn't pay off. I use the Fire Spirits in this instance to um, burst damage the balloon, but it's still, that push is still able to get a lot of damage in. Um, so I fell pretty far behind at this point. Let's see what I do. So yeah, here's my counter push. I send in the Ice Wizard left over from the attack, so I send everything in. Um, I think the Mega Minion's actually going to be a reasonable counter to the Pompeo deck because um, I don't have too many air targeting troops that actually do decent damage. So yeah, he just smacks the princess in the face. That little animation where his helmet falls off is the coolest thing. I'm actually really excited about putting this Mega Minion in my Lava Hound deck. I've already tried it out a few times um, because I was able to get it to level 7. So at this point, I'm just trying to cycle, push. The thing about LavaLoon is that he doesn't have too many defensive answers because, as you can see right now in his hand, he's pretty much sitting on the Lava Hound and the balloon, just, hoping to get some damage in. I let the minions attack because I thought that he would go for a 2 crown. Most will go for a 2 crown. I guess the LavaLoon's a little bit more aggressive, though. Um, I'm not sure why I played the Ice Wizard there as opposed to on the right side, but Inferno's melting that. I go in for the push. This balloon's gonna make a connection, which is really a pain. I should have played the fire spirits there to save some damage. I ended up playing them against the minion horde though. He plays the miner. I thought he was going for the princess, but this dude is just going in at the tower right now. Um, I tried to make a push, distracted that a little bit, but not enough for it to matter. See, the mini packer right now is just useless. He's going to run in there, die, and do no damage to his troops. It was a great Lava Hound play. I should have expected it because that's one of the plays I do with my Lava Hound deck is as soon as your um, defensive troops are done defending and they're coming in for the counterattack, you can play your Lava Hound in the middle. Like you'll see people play Giant in the same fashion because it tanks both the King and the Crown Tower. Um, and it also forces the defensive troops to target it unless they're placed on the far left. And then at the end, he just kind of overwhelms me a little bit. The level 3 Lava Hound is kind of crazy, given that my Inferno is only level 7. I need to level it up soon to give it more health, because even though it does really well against high level tanks, um, sometimes they're able to kill it just because it has so little health at level 7. So, in case you guys didn't notice as well, I got my miner to level 3 this morning, which I'm really excited about. I got one miner out of a magical chest that I had opened, part of my chest cycle that I opened overnight. Um, and then I was able to get another one out of a challenge chest. These challenge chests are really good. I'm able to consistently get um, 9 or more wins. So I have 12 wins, 6,000 cards won. But I was able to not only get the miner, but I also got my Mega Minion to level 7, which I'm really excited about. Um, I've been experimenting with it a little bit in the Lava Hound deck that I run in both challenges and the old tournaments. The new tournaments are terrible, so I don't foresee myself playing in too many of those because the rewards are just so poor now. So I've been experimenting. I put it in my Lava Hound deck in place of the Mini P.E.K.K.A. And it's all right. It's got its pros and cons, obviously. The pros being that it costs one less, so when you play your Lava Hound in the back to start your push, and they try to rush the other lane aggressively, it's nice to have an answer that costs one less elixir, because you can play. As soon as you play the Lava Hound, you get 3 elixir, but if you time it right, it kind of you'll be just hitting 3 and moving past it. By the time they place something down and try to push, they'll kind of have 4 elixir. So that allows you to play a Mega Minion as well as an Ice Spirit. Or if they're a little bit slow, a Zap can be thrown in, or there's different options. Whereas the Mini P.E.K.K.A. kind of just limited your options more so, at least. Another good thing is that it's flying, which means that it doesn't get countered as easily by things like guards. I think it'd be really cool if there was a minion version of guards, since they just came out with a minion version of Mini P.E.K.K.A. essentially. But since there isn't one, it does really well because say you want to kill the musketeer that's targeting your Lava Hound. So as your Lava Hound pushes down the right side, they drop a musketeer in defense, and if you don't need your Mega Minion on defense for whatever reason, like the Giants out of cycle, they don't have elixir, whatever the case may be, or maybe you just want to go aggressive, you can send your Mega Minion in, and it'll target the Musketeer, given that they don't play Distraction Troops. The issue with them playing Distraction Troops is that the Mega Minion can just kill them and keep going, whereas if you played Mini P.E.K.K.A., the guards would stop it, the Prince would kill it, the other enemy Mini P.E.K.K.A. would kill it, whatever the case may be, and you weren't able to get to the Musketeer. Whereas this can either kill the defending troops they play without getting killed, or it can kill the Musketeer, which is huge. And if it gets to tower, it doesn't do, like I said, it doesn't do quite as much damage as the Mini P.E.K.K.A. Or I don't know if I didn't say that yet. It doesn't do quite as much damage as the Mini P.E.K.K.A. But it's still, a substantial amount compared to the Lava Hound that's tanking. Plus, it can serve as the second role of semi-tanking for your Lava Pup, even though you normally want to send a mine into that. So, and I already touched on it just now, but the main con I've noticed is that its DPS is lower by about 100 actually. So its DPS is only 219, whereas Mini P.E.K.K.A.'s, I believe, is 317. So it's a really big difference in regards to the damage it can put out, which might hurt against Giants, Royal Giants, Hog Riders, stuff like that, where the DPS that you have really matters. So I also have minions for DPS, but they're weak to poison, which everybody is running. So I'm not really sure how it's going to affect the deck. But I'm really excited for this because Lava Hound is my favorite card, and I think that Mega Minion fits into this deck really well. Actually, you just saw it on the ladder, a guy running, the Manta just showed you the guy running the LavaLoon with Mega Minion. So, and he did pretty well. So, I'm excited for the card. And the Inferno Dragon coming out as well. 10 days. Oh, which reminds me, one last thing. I'm sitting on, a little bit of show off, but I'm sitting on this 7,500 card chest from the very, very mass Brain Pong tournament. It was at 3 a.m. and the update actually happened during the tournament, which might have been a good thing for me. I'm sure a lot of people stopped playing because what happened was after the update was over, it kind of paused the tournament. I think a lot of people assumed that the tournament was just over at that point because it was pretty much 45 minutes left and the update was going to be 45 minutes, but it ended up pausing the tournament. And I came back to 45 minutes left. So I was in, I want to say 12th or 11th at the time, and I came back and I was able to, get 7,500 cards as opposed to 2,800, which is awesome. So I believe, unless the so what happened was with this new update, they changed the epic drop rate in tournament chests to way lower now. I haven't played any of the tournaments, so I can't show you the results of the tournament chests, but they're way lower, which I think means that the legendary drop rate is also lower. But so I'm not sure if that affects this tournament chest, because this tournament chest I'm not gymming it because I might upload this opening later, but for right now I'm just gonna let it open on its own. These gems are precious. I need them for challenges. I'm not free to play, but I don't spend too much money. I spent $20 so far, and 10 of it was a long time ago. So I bought the Arena 9 pack, which is a great value if you haven't already. I definitely suggest purchasing it because $10 isn't too much if you really enjoy the game. Even if you don't support Supercell's model, it's still really good value for the $10. Um, I mean, I've gotten over 6,000 cards, and I've only spent some of the gems, as well as the gold. So everyone was complaining about how like devastating the gold shortage was, and how they couldn't upgrade other cards to play. And now the gold is just overflowing from these challenge chests. So, but anyways, as I was saying, this Arena 9 third place chest should contain, assuming they didn't change it, 5 legendaries. Um, it was one legendary per 1,500 cards on average, obviously. So this one should contain 5 legendaries, and if I save it um, until the new update, there's a reasonable chance I'll get an Inferno Dragon. I'd be really excited if I got one, so I'm going to save it. I probably won't miss out on the 8 days with no tournaments that I have to play or have to wait because of the chest opening. But we'll see. I'll probably, if you guys are interested, I can always upload that. So sorry for the long video. Later.